Well, ladies and gentlemen, he has done it again. Jeremy Corbell has released yet another UFO video that was top secret until literally yesterday when he released it on the Weaponized podcast, and it is going mega viral. Mega viral. So obviously, like I say, he's uploaded two videos, right? He uploaded a preview to the podcast episode. He's uploaded the podcast itself with George Knapp, and now he's uploaded just a standalone video of the UFO footage that he's got his hands on. So let's kind of take a little look at the prelude, or the preview, shall we say, with regards to the podcast, talk about it, and then analyze the clips, because it is juicy.
In this episode of Weaponized.
Hey man, I've been watching movies lately. I rewatched this movie called Nope. Have you ever heard about it?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, what do you remember?
Giant, really strange object flying around in the sky.
Yeah. At one point it looked like a disc. I've never seen anything like it before. Congress better look at this.
It's nuts. It's nuts because he literally shares the footage that he has, and it goes absolutely insane. So obviously this came out yesterday at the time of recording, and Corbell and Nat released 3 videos showing large disc-shaped UAPs captured on November 23rd of 2020 by a US Air Force sensor platform over a conflict zone. The object was passively tracked going through the clouds, exhibiting abrupt direct changes. So the military, obviously have officially designated the object as a UAP and described it as a quote-unquote saucer or disc in internal documentation. And the footage is thermal imagery showing visible propulsion plumes no visible propulsion plumes or heat signature despite the object's non-aerodynamic shape. And it's really interesting that within the internal document, it's being referred to as a UFO. Literally, it is an unidentified aerial object of some capacity. The video details, there's the first video, which is a wide shot with green overlay showing the UAP briefly dropping and turning abruptly. The second video is a zoomed in version showing smooth movement and cloud concealment, but the abrupt direction change is still visible. And then video 3 is enhanced by military sharpened, zoomed and slowed by 60%, but contains a glitch causing a fault popping motion. The original shows a smooth movement. Now, the footage was vetted over years and confirmed as military filmed and received from multiple sources. And Corbell and Knapp both emphasised protecting sources and ensuring no national security risks before its release. And it was believed to have been around 200 to 400 metres in diameter based on the congressional documents that was labelled within the Immaculate Constellation file. The exact size and location are left for public analysis by UFO detectives, and then Corbell and Knapp discussed their reliability to report verified information from the public without harming national security. They avoid releasing sensitive information and materials that could damage the US and cautious about AI-generated fakes and misinformation. Which is obviously very interesting. So the fact that this has had 5 years now to be vetted and approved just goes to show the level of, well, I'm reluctant to say credibility because, you know, if I say something's credible, there will be people in the comment section that are like, how can you say that it's credible? Look at who it's come from and all the rest of it. So ultimately, I like to leave these things down to you guys. But this is the footage that was shared. So video number 1. Obviously, the popping motion we need to kind of discount and discredit because, you know, they even say that, like, you know, that is part of the AI generated process to try and, when they tried to clean it up, that's what happened. But the fact that this has made it, it's gone through the verification process, it was referenced in internal documents, all adds weight and credibility to the claims that have been made. Now, obviously, within the episode as well, they go on to talk about the Wall Street Journal article that came out recently. Now, everyone has seen straight through it as absolute BS, right? You know, and they do address the Wall Street Journal article in UAP, suggesting its inaccuracies stem from reporters' reliance on trusted or misleading sources. For example, Arrow's Sean Kirkpatrick. And they advocate giving reporters like Joel Sheckman grace to correct errors and pursue accurate UAP reporting. Now, obviously, towards the end of the video as well, with regards to this evidence that's been released, and also with regards to the UAP article that came out from the Wall Street Journal, there was a huge push for Congress to investigate not only the videos, not only the sources where the video came from, not only the files in which it came from, but also the lack of verification and misidentification and misleading of these articles, which I think is, you know, a good use of their platform, because they definitely, you know, it could definitely be done better. But ultimately, let's take a look at the footage one last time, because it is very, very interesting footage. Obviously, the first video is really difficult to make out, like, anything, but when you kind of see it from the other videos, it's a lot easier to then see it the second time round. Highly, highly interesting stuff. Now, like I said before, a lot of people will look at this and instantly discredit it because of the sources that it's come from, with George Knapp, Jeremy Corbell, right? Some people will take it as gospel and say that, you know, these are the best people to have this information coming out from. Ultimately, what do you guys think? I'm intrigued to see down in the comments what everyone has to say about this, because I do enjoy seeing the different perspectives, and, you know, it sometimes I'll have my mindset on something, and then I'll see a comment and be like, oh, actually, that person's probably not wrong. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Way down there, jump, get the hell out of that like button, and subscribe, and until next time, I'll spook you later. Peace.